Hello. One moment. Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear that. Can you hear me? You might need to turn me down a little bit if you have me up. But hello. I'm a little bright too. Let's talk. My name is D Asia, and you are on Dreams, Desires, Ascensions, the DDA tribe. Tap up in here, ring that doorbell, ding dong. That lets me know that you're in here with me, okay? Okay. I'm really feeling the energy of like renewal. Are we feeling that? Are we feeling renewed? Like refresh? Have you been crying? Have you cried? Crying is very good for the body. Have you been doing it? Have you been doing it? Let me tell you, I done it this morning actually. I don't know where I got that. So you might be in the UK. Ooh, double dating. Okay, you could have one kid. Or you're dating someone. You could have one child. Dating. Yeah, you could have one child, or this person has one child. Okay, this person wants to build a home with you or a foundation as well. I haven't even got into it, but yeah, let's we're gonna tap into it a little bit more. But you could they could be from the UK or they have a British accent. I don't have that accent anymore. It's not coming no more, but it was there. It was there. But yeah, let's see. I hope you come and join the tribe. Come join the tribe. Someone could be a fake friend. Oh, she's gonna come back. We have to touch. She has to wait. We have to wait. Good gracious. All right. Let's talk. Your name or their name could start with an E, a F, Edward, Edwin, Eddie. Oh, wait a minute. Un momento, y'all. Un momento. Because I think she's going to keep calling back loves. And it's on that phone. All right. Y'all know Mondays is Grandma Day. I spend my days with my grandmother. And I take her, do her fitness. Because she seems like she just can't do fit. I mean, she do fitness outside. You might have a grandmother as well. She love gardening and stuff. But I still want her to, mingle too. Be around people. I understand the plants and the flowers and stuff. But, and she also go to church too. But yes. For a minute. Somebody wants to talk to you. Let's see. Well, he had pretty eyes too. Or maybe this individual, okay, like they're nervous to talk to you. So maybe they're gonna suggest like a group setting, like, oh, let's go out like a group date, because that double dating. So it's like a group date. So instead of like a one-on-one, it's like a group date, you know. So maybe that's how they're gonna try to come in to the energy, okay? But yeah. Ooh, somebody got pretty feet. Or they got a foot fetish. Let's see. Someone could be in the Air Force too. Or you be taking flight, you might as well join the Air Force. Okay? Just saying. You always on the goddamn airplane. Oh, so maybe you're a stewardess. Did they still call it a stewardess? Or just a flight attendant or a pilot? Okay. All right. You are healing. Always remember that. Everybody's healing. No matter what. You are healing, okay? Rosemary, okay? And it says if you sniff rosemary, it will increase your memory 75%. So maybe you're in this healing stage and you're reminiscing about like your past, or you're thinking like old memories are starting to come through. All right. It could be as memory as, you know, just thinking like, thank goodness, like I'm out of that situation, or good memories, bad memories. It could be all types of memories that you're going through. Okay. But it's just more like it's a good energy. You're realizing it healed you. You're realizing you are healed from this situation as well. Okay. Group gossip. So maybe someone is gossiping about this situation, or you have a lot of people all in your energy. Okay, you got a lot of people that's doing this and don't even know nothing about the situation. Okay, they don't know anything, because maybe you're more healed than the rest of them. Okay, because really, let's talk about it. Like, the only people that can do group gossip is people that's unhealed. What are you talking about? Why are we talking about somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you can do with your day. That's all you can do. That's it. That's a part of your day. You just do group gossip. Like, you're pitiful. You're weak. You're weak. Go do something. It could be a boy. Oh, not only could be a boy, but they do say men gossip more than women. I don't know. I'm just saying. They do say men gossip more than women. So let's just keep that P. I heard that when it comes down to y'all at the barbershop, maybe we might as well call y'all gossip girls. Okay? Just saying. Y'all gossip more than anything. All right? You look like your grandparent. Okay? So maybe this boy that he looks like their grandparent, or you have a son that look like their grandparent. Because I remember that one child situation where you got 3 kids. Okay, someone gossiping about how you got 3 kids. Baby, like, okay, let me tell you, I'm just gonna keep this and we're gonna talk on a level of not even putting me in it, because I'm not putting myself in this, because I try my best not to. But it's more like someone, and it's just more like, I'm just gonna reflect with y'all because we are a tribe. But it's more like somebody is gossiping about how you have a whole bunch of children. Okay, maybe you have 3 kids. Shit, maybe you got 5, 4. You know what I'm saying? You might just got goddamn 1, and someone's gossiping about this, right? But I'm gonna keep this a P. I'm gonna keep this a PP. Okay? On some pressure. All right? Now, it makes sense if a person was lacking with taking care of their kids. Then you can gossip about it. But if they taking care of their kids and they doing everything and you don't see a lack on their kids and they not sitting there, because most of these people who gossip, they over there, they gotta call for help. Okay? Gotta call help. I need, can you help me pay for this bill? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? It's people like that. Like, people who are really in a lack mindset, they talk too much. I'm gonna keep that on real. Like, people who are in this energy of like, they just want to, like, why are you talking about somebody? Talk about your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Some people in this energy they just don't know no better. And that's probably why they need to sniff the goddamn rosemary. Get some conscience about yourself. Use your motherfucking brain. Okay? Sorry, YouTube, but I'm just saying, though. For real. Like, because I feel like people are tired of this. I know I could be tired of this, especially if you're in a heal situation, you be tired of people talking. Like, because you used to be that person. You used to sit around and listen to it. And then you realize, what the fuck is this doing for me? Did this pay my bills today? Did this turn this light on today? No. Come on now. Like, I want people to start using their head and make it make sense. Okay? I'm just keeping that real. Just makes sense. It says, I have enough, I know enough, and I am enough. Yeah, you got all, you sitting pretty. You got all that you need. And people are gossiping about what you got. As long as you know that I got it. I got it. It's not what I don't have. You ain't talking about what I don't have. But you know I got it, though. See, that's a difference. That's a difference. Because half of the motherfuckers that you talk to don't even got it. Okay? They don't got it. They can't go into a home. Okay? They sharing a home. Okay? They can't walk around naked on their own. Okay? You might have to send your kids away. You know what I'm saying? But your kids is totally different. I'm talking about somebody got an individual that got to keep their house together. If that person lose, what the fuck gonna happen? Failure. Your foundation broke. You might need to check into your foundation, you know? You might need to look into that. Because people that gossip got weak-ass foundations. And you're going to start realizing that. And I want anybody on my DDA tribe, don't get into this energy. Don't let this motherfucker get to you. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Don't let these motherfuckers get to you. Because at the end of the day, you got it. You know it. They trying to get a bite of your shit. Look how it ripped. Okay? They trying to get a piece of your shit. And they can't. And they trying to figure out, so that's why they gossiping. They gossiping because they don't know what the fuck going on. Just know that you ain't lacking. And they know you ain't lacking. You ain't lacking because you ain't calling for help. You got it. You moving. You flowing. They ain't seeing you lack. You ain't calling saying you can't do this. You can't do that. And if you can't, it's because you got something else going on, because it's something else that's benefiting your ass. Because what we don't do is be gossip girls. What we don't do is sit around and talk about other people when we need to worry about what we got going on. Is our car running? Is things flowing? Do we have a way to get transportation back and forth? Do we have a house? Do we have the lights on? Do we got the water running? Do we got a job? Let's talk about that. People that is in gossiping energy be really coming at people, and they are in a lack energy. And I can really understand why you are so upset. I can understand why you don't be feeling that energy, like, you know, feeling that lack of. Like, bro, when I tell you, don't let they're just trying to feed in your energy. They want a bite of your energy. Don't let them have a bite of your energy. Okay? They upset because they can't get there. They trying to figure out how you there and you ain't there. Okay? They could have a boy. All right? They could just have one child. You get what I'm saying? It says, what are you doing while you're waiting on your blessings? Like I said, like, what are you doing with your time? You're talking about somebody. When you need to be sitting here, you worried about somebody else getting blessed. And you ain't even got your shit together. Come on now. What we talking about? What are we talking about? And then it could be someone moving in a lack. But when I tell you when a lack, I'm talking about you could be the only you're the captain of your motherfucking ship. But somebody else they can't have that. They need a co-captain. They can't run a ship by themselves. They can't run a ship by themselves. But they're talking about somebody that got a ship, a big ass ship, that they're running with people, with compadres. Okay? You got people. You could be running shit with your okay? Or your grandparents on your motherfucking side. They trying to figure out my grandpeople. Okay, my grandpeople. I'm gonna take that in the country way. My grandpeople up in the ancestor room. Okay? They got my back because they know I'm striving. Okay? They know they got me and I got them. Okay? It's that type of energy. What you doing with your time? What you doing with your title? What's your name? Okay, and I'm not talking to my DDA tribe, because my DDA tribe ain't doing shit like this. My DDA tribe is healed. We're healed. It already said where we're at. We're healed. But we got all these other people around us that's trying to get attached to us like leeches. Don't let them have it. Don't let them. They just hurt. They big hurt. And let them keep being hurt. All right? It says, make sure you are clearing out everything that don't belong to you. Okay? That's what they want you to do. Clear out that energy. Like I said, don't let them have it. Don't let them have it. Okay? 1 Samuel 17:31-37. Okay? Yes, we whipping out the scripture on you. It says David, and you know David fought the Goliath, okay? So you could be fighting big ass shit. Like I said, this could be people that's gossiping. That shit is heavy. That can be a whole giant in a whole nother realm. Depends on how much they gossiping. And this could be a whole motherfucking nigga. A whole boy. A whole little boy. That's supposed to be a man. You got a man age, but talk like a little boy. You still in a little child energy. Just talking. Just talking. For what? For what? Is your shit together? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Because a real man don't talk. Real men don't gossip. I'm going to keep that real. Real men don't gossip. Real men keep it pee. They'll keep it pee with you. They'll tell you what it is. And they're going to keep it pushing. Okay? Real men will go out there and make sure they go get their shit together before they talk about anybody. And if they talking about somebody, it's because they're about to go help them. Little boys talk about people. Little boys be wanting other people to be their co-pilot so they can run a ship because they can't run it by themselves. Now, if you can't run a motherfucking ship by yourself, fellas, okay, why do I need to be a co-pilot? No. And then maybe that's where y'all need to, I'm just gonna keep, that might be the reason why y'all need to sniff it. Maybe you going in memory lane. You're realizing this, okay? Maybe you're realizing, baby, I'm like my grandparents. I'm living my grandparents' level. You probably be talking to your grandparents, okay? You could be finding this out. Like your grandparents, yeah, they was struggling. Okay, now it's a little different when it comes down to a relationship. When I say you might want this relationship, as far as in you know, relationships is a giant in a whole nother realm too. Okay, and you could be David fighting with the giants. You could be in a relationship, okay, and the giants is big stuff. You get what I'm saying? Financial, your kids. Okay, maybe your man's in the Air Force. Okay, they look like they say you look like your mother. Okay, so maybe this person's in the Air Force and they look like their mother. This could be a male because it's a wizard. Okay, their name starts with the A. Okay, Anthony. Okay, Alexandra. Okay, but let me stop. But no, for real. So here you go. It's just more in this giant energy. Okay, this could be big shit that you're going through. Okay, and it's very hard, and it could be a hard situation that you're handling. You could be dealing with, maybe you got a son. Okay, and your son, you could have 3 kids. Okay, your son heart got broke. Your son his heart's broken. You're trying to figure out what's wrong with him. His heart got broke. That's what's wrong with him. He is facing heartbreak. But guess what? It's a reason why you was healed. It's a reason why you decided to go through your healing journey so that you can help your son. Okay? Do this. because your son's going to need you through this. Why? Because that is where we go wrong with these men right now, is when we tell them to suck it up and we don't acknowledge that they have a heart too. They got emotions too. And their feelings was hurt. Okay? Their feelings was hurt. All right? And that's where we gotta face that. All right? And honestly, that's where we got these young men got stuck in a little boy mindset, and they're not healed. They're not healed. And you're seeing this because you're healed. You see it. Okay? You see it. You see the process of it. Okay? And like when I say people could be talking about how you have all these kids, but let me tell you, don't let that get to you. If you taking care of your kids and if you feel as though something shit, they don't even got enough. Okay? They over there struggling. And it's just them. So imagine you got only one captain on your ship, and you over there struggling, and you telling me what the fuck I should do when I got myself and my dependents. I got someone who's a water boy. I got someone who got to clean the deck. I got people on my back that's supporting me, because your kids are going to support you at the end of the day. So you make sure you do your part. As parents, make sure you do your part. No matter what, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. No matter what, if you gotta overstep a situation, you gotta take your ass to court. Take your ass to court. It's no exceptions. I understand, but I know it's better to say than to do. But let's keep that real. I got a card on the floor that is missing. Is that a card? It sure is. What is this? Altar. And look, hey, altar. Okay. Ooh, altar and wizard. That's a card that was just magically on the floor. Okay. And it says altar. And then look, A and wizard. Okay. It says a man who is advised to the highest point of his wisdom. So this man is wise now. Maybe they had to go beyond, and like the Air Force beyond, but also the Air Force does have like a affirmation. So the Air Force do run in affirmations, and look, A right there, okay? And their affirmations is, I am a warrior, okay? I am faithful to the pride of inheritance, okay? I defend my life. Defend your life at the end of the day, okay? Standards, teamwork, responsibilities, professionalism. Okay, so you do it with flawless colors. At the end of the day, don't worry about what other people are talking about. Okay, because they're gonna talk, but these people that be talking, they don't even got what you got. Okay, they talking because they don't have it. They hurt because they don't have it. They want it. They want a bite of it. Okay, I understand. They don't have to know that you're in that bed crying because you feel like in that lack. But guess what? You got people around you right now mad because you in a bed crying. You got people that's not in a bed. You got people that's not even on a platform bed, at least. And you can get that on Amazon. Okay, let's keep that real. You know what I'm saying? You got people they're trying to figure out why it, like I was watching, what's her name? Sarah Jakes. It's TD Jakes' daughter. And it just popped up on my YouTube, and it says, don't quit in the process. And it was explaining how basically you have people that are talking, okay, and group gossiping about you reaching goals and hitting certain peaks, and they don't even know your process. They don't know that you're crying, and they don't need to know that you're crying unless they're there to be your backbone. If they're not going to be on that ship with you to make sure your deck is clean, to make sure food is there on your table, okay, this is more like making sure that somebody is legit there with you. Like your altar is where you pray at. Your altar is where you lay your burdens at. Okay. I had my uncle, my uncle was speaking on, and me and him, we're battling. Cause like I said, I'm coming from a 7-day Adventist church. So it's really strict. So I'm the only one. So it's very difficult, but at the same time, I'm ready for it, because it was a reason why I had to go in isolation. It's a reason why sometimes you have to be isolated and you try to figure out why I can't tell this person that I cried. Why I can't? Because it's not for them to know. It's not for them to know your heartbreak. Why? Because sometimes their burdens is so heavy that it might be a laughing situation for them. And that's not what you need. Okay? Because sometimes hurt people hurt people. All right? And you're this person that you are a healed person. So you realize that hurt people hurt people. So I don't want to get into this energy, right, of sharing my burdens, sharing even your good journeys. Leave that. Maybe that's the reason why you need to create an altar. Because let me go back to my uncle. Because my uncle was asking about why have an altar. I said, don't the church have an altar? But we send the money there though. We just walk up there and we just pray. You know what I'm saying? We pray in silence, or we pray to whatever where technically in the spiritual room, the priest decides to pray over us about. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to quote unquote accept that prayer. We go to the altar. Don't they say that? Walk to the altar. So why I can't have an altar in my own home where I feel safe? I can pray out loud without the next person talking about what I'm praying for, talking about my burdens. Okay? I want people to start looking. I don't want, like, yes, you're gonna have wizards, you're gonna have witches, you're gonna have all types, you're gonna have healers, you're gonna have unhealed people, you're gonna have a lot of people in your energy. No different than right now when you're going through battles, right? You're gonna have things that's gonna hit you left and right, but you gotta know to pick your battles. I had to master that too, learning how to pick your battles correctly. Okay, but this altar work is more of like releasing the burdens. That's what the altar work is, releasing the burdens. And I want you to look into that a little bit more into it. Don't look at it in a sense of, oh, it's a witchcraft. No, take it outside of that. If you can go to that church and you can go pray to that altar where you don't even know what the hell they praying over. You don't know what type of altar this is. This is so many energies in that particular altar at that church. And you've seen sometimes, if you're in the church long enough, you've seen a lot of people. You've seen the wicked, and I understand that. But why you can't have your own personal altar? Why? Why can't you? Who said you couldn't? Who said you couldn't? It doesn't say that you couldn't. Even David had a goddamn altar. It doesn't say you couldn't. It doesn't. So why you can't have an altar for yourself? Create an altar for yourself if you don't have one. Step outside. I want you to just think outside of the box. God damn it. You get what I'm saying? Find what you call it. Matter of fact, y'all do, like I said, and I was reading on a lot of different things. I'm reading on this book called The New World and all this stuff like that. Basically, it's just learning about your inner self, okay? But it was basically saying how religions, we still all got the same thing. It just, we named it different. We got different names for it, but it's still on the same goddamn level. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like, for example, the spirit realm, we call it an altar. In Christian realm, you call it the prayer room. Okay? I'm just saying, we have to really start being a little bit more, stop. And like, that's probably where that David and Goliath energy is, and it's saying that David felt like he was ready to fight the giants. Okay. He felt like he was ready just because he chose something, but God actually had to pull him back. See, that's that part that, I had to read a little bit deep into this scripture, right? But it was like David, we only know when David hit the Goliath, but we didn't know the process of David making it to hitting the Goliath and knocking down his burdens. Okay? People don't know that you have an altar and you cry to it. You have an altar in your shower, baby. I mean, I'm seriously telling you. Sorry, loves. And it's spam. I hate spam. I be fucking with spam calls. Okay. But anyway, but I'm saying when it comes down to an altar, altars is where you release your burdens. Where you release your burdens at. People think of it like of a sense of like smoke and fire and all this water and and leave, like how you supposed to build your altar. I get it. But no, seriously, where do you lay your burdens at? Your altar could be in your shower. Your altar could be in your bathroom when you taking a dump and you over there just, oh, just thinking about the shit that you got going on and why you releasing the shit that you got going on. I'm just being truthful. I'm being really truthful with this, okay? Because I want us to start looking. When I say I'm reading that book, it has got me thinking so beyond. Like, why do we put ourselves in a box when we do want to? We see better. If we see better than ourselves, we can't put ourselves in a box. Okay, because in the box we go like this. Where are we gonna go? The most we can do with a box is keep going like this instead of going like this. What happened to our expansion? What happened to that life when we were so giving and so willing? It was because people was here with us. They were gossiping. They were speaking on us. They were burdening on us. And guess what? I'm glad that you're going into this healing stage because they hate it about you. They hate it because they're trying to figure out how. How? They got to step away from gossip. How? They got to worry about themselves. How? They got to go within God. Go within God to talk to themselves and figure out what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say people be talking about all these different things, and like I said, people gossip for what? What are you accomplishing out of that? Unless you're about to help. Like for example, if I'm gonna gossip about the homeless, guess what? By next week, I'm about to go feed them homeless. Let's keep that real. That's how I want you. If you want to gossip, because sometimes we gotta talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to talk about our shit. We got to talk about things that we got to vent. I get it. But if you're going to do it out of passion of love. Do it out of generosity behind it. Have a consequence behind your gossip. Okay? You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about this person that got 3 kids, you talking about this person that just had a son, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to talk, help. You know what I'm saying? Don't just talk about them. Be the one that's going to give them their burdens. All right? Here we go. Okay? D. All right? D. Okay? Defense. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe you got your defense up. You should. Have your defense up. Have your defense up about yourself. Because you never know what's around you. When you have your defense up, that's when you know what's really trying to target at you. You feel me? When you got your defense up, that's when you know who's really targeting at you. But I'm not saying, put your defense in the sense of, for example, I get defensive when it comes down to my altar because don't talk about my altar. Go talk about that altar at the church. Don't talk about my altar. My altar is fine. My altar is at my home. My altar is here with me. The only person that see is me. And anyone else I allowed in my room. That's the difference. So maybe you need to start thinking about that too. Think about your goddamn house as your sanctuary. Because if we want to if we really want to go biblical for biblical with this situation, think about this shit, okay? Y'all gotta wrap this up. Think about it when it comes down to your house is your sanctuary. And yes, your sanctuary does have an altar. I want y'all to start thinking a little bit more to that situation. It is okay for you to have an altar in your sanctuary. Your sanctuary is your home, okay? And your sanctuary is where you feel comfortable, where you can feel at home, at ease. And if you don't have that, baby, it's time to put the defense up and get yours together. And let's move on to making sure our home is safe. And our home is safe, not in a physical thing, but also here too. And here. Okay? Because if I'm not safe here in my home, my mind is going to be chaotic. I'm going to be angry all the time. I want to argue with anybody in the home. Because here, I can't see anything. I'm blind. When you're angry, you're very cloudy. When you're angry, it's very cloudy up here. We all know that. When they say I see red, yeah. I believe it. It depends on how angry you got. But then it also means you haven't been expressing yourself too well. You know what I'm saying? That means you just now putting your defense up. You're just now doing it, you know? So here we go. It says, we haven't been on a date yet, but I want to take you somewhere. Okay, ooh. So here we go. So maybe you have your defense up at this current time. All right. And I don't blame you because you was dealing with people that's been in your energy. You're when you're healed, you do have your defense up. Because you're not gonna let anyone get into your energy. When you get into this heal stage, it's kind of hard to allow anything and everything to walk up in your house. And when I'm talking about house, your home, your sanctuary, your divine. Okay? And why this is divine, even your home is divine. That's why they tell you to clean your home. Clean your home, literally clean your home, okay? But also clean your home the sage, the incense, the opening this is a perfect season. Open up your windows. That's what that mean by cleaning your home. Like y'all, oh my goodness, take your mind out that goddamn box. That's what I want. Take your mind out the box, and I want you to think a little bit more into the situation. People are getting so feared on, when people say clean your home. Literally, yes, clean your home, but guess what? Clean your home also means open your windows. Because guess what? It's fall. Fall. The best season for everything to fall. To lay down your burdens. Clear your energy out, right? The best time. You know, when back in the day, let's keep it real. When we were kids, what your mama say? Open the windows, let's air out the house. Open the windows. Let's air out your house. What is that? I'm just saying, you got to think, especially for my people, my copper people, you know what I'm saying? This is very brand new to us. Unless we were thinking, you know what? Cool. I promise you, I love people who were able, we're able to have that divine where you had family that were in spirit rooms already and people who were in the Christianity or in a religious bracket as well. So you have different varieties. So you could make a decision on yourself. And then you got some people that don't have that. Some people don't have that decision. You know what I'm saying? They only had one path. Okay. So they're now moving into different other things. Okay. But yes. So maybe someone loves the divine about you. Okay. Someone loves this energy that you're a masterpiece. Okay. They see that you got your defense up, right? But they see that your defense up, but you're healed. Okay. You're defensive, but you're not toxic with it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know how to carry yourself with respect. Okay. You carry yourself proper. All right. It says, can I take you out? Can I take you out? I don't know where that came from because it was more like, can I talk to you? Somebody wants to talk to you about this situation. Someone wants to take you out. Okay. Maybe you have your defense up and maybe this could be a male. Okay. They want to take you out and they could start with a D. Okay. David. They could be David because we did talk about David. Or Daniel. What is that? DeMarcus. I think DeMarcus. That's how you say his name. DeMarcus. But yeah, someone's name could start with a D. Middle name. You could be calling him daddy. He could be putting you in your element now that you're healed. You know what I'm saying? Because when we're unhealed, it's hard. It's really hard. You can't really express yourself when you're unhealed. Okay? And what I mean by that, oh my goodness, yes I can. No, you can't. You can't, because you're unhealed. Now you're over there bleeding on everybody. When you're unhealed, you're bleeding on people that you love the most and you don't see it because you're still cloudy. You're angry. Go heal. You're angry. Go create this altar and go cry to your altar. That's what you need. You're going through this so much. You're trying to figure out if you got as a sense of like, shoot, when I say create, maybe you could, maybe you have, I'm feeling, because I did talk about somebody having a home and you're sharing your home so you don't really have your own personal space. Okay, here you go. And this is what I'm thinking. Have a box. I'm trying to give you an idea because usually I have boxes. I have storage boxes everywhere. And this one's right here, but it's hard. I don't think I want to. I know this a lot, but shit, this fine. I'm going to explain. Ooh, I almost ripped it. But here you go. You see this box? This box is where I store all my cards now, right? But this box was the beginning of my altar work. This box was actually the beginning of the stage where I was hiding from my just hiding from my family when it comes down to my spiritual work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe you're in this energy, like, and I'm trying to tell you, it is okay to have an altar. It is okay to have somewhere where you lay there your burdens. I had this is where I had a journal. I had all my little incense. You know what I'm saying? And out of nowhere, it'll be when the house is clear, or I would just take this. So maybe you just need to start small. You don't have to be so fancy with it. I start small. Now I'm a little fancy with it. You get what I'm saying? I got me a lot to look. Okay, you get, but I got my own stuff. Okay, but it's still in my own element, because at the same time I still respect that I have my own children. Okay, and I do respect their energy, and I do respect their realm. Okay, so when you come in my room, I have my altars, and I have different altars in my room. You feel me? But now, that's the energy that you have to give. Okay, like, so if you're not ready for that, this is where you need to do. Literally, I don't know why I decided to readily tell you this, but I'm just telling you for real. Like, maybe you just got to start small. It is okay for you to have an altar in your home, in your sanctuary, wherever you feel secure at. Okay, wherever. That could be in the bathroom. Create, and you could take this. Okay, and guess what? Everybody's gonna start saying when they see you walking, there she go with her altar work, and here I go with my altar work. Here I go laying down my burdens, so no one else has to worry about what I got going on, but only me and God. Because this is where I'm gonna put it at. Like I said, I had a journal. I prayed, I cried, I had so many teardrops in that journal when I was going through a whole stage by myself, doing my own dark soul on my own. Dark soul on my own, facing my own fear. Had to take L so many fucking times, okay? Been toxic so many times, and I had to face that. Realize, girl, you was toxic as hell. Man, you toxic as hell. You gotta earn that. You gotta earn that. You gotta earn that healing. You gotta earn that right of saying that you are divine. It is not, you gotta earn that, because David had to earn that. He didn't just come out or word. What he do? He fought something before he even fought the goddamn Goliath. Think about the process. It's gonna take a process. It's gonna be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not. I'm sorry. Who told you it's supposed to be easy? I don't know. It wasn't even, nobody actually told us. They just didn't tell us anything about their trouble, you know? And so now things are starting to be a little burden to us, so we're kind of weary about things when we could just still go in our own lane. They're just gossiping. Go in your own lane. They, you know, you might listen to it a little bit, catch some the vibes with it. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes listening to a little bit of gossip, I'm just saying, you got to balance yourself. Good and bad, you got to balance it. Your good angel, your bad angel, you got to balance it, okay? But it's more like this. Sometimes it's good to listen to a little gossip so you know what not to take. What route not to take, okay? What ideas to make. You feel me? All right? Last one. It says make sure... No. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I did it. Yeah. What is that? Dora Explorer. And that, don't they have a new movie or something like that? Let's do our closing with this, okay? You got people all in your energy, baby, and I want you to know they just mad because they're not you. They mad because they see that maybe they only had one kid and they over there struggling with one kid when you got all these kids and you're not even struggling. At least you don't look like it. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's not. Let's know that you're doing it, okay? Strike. Okay? Like a bowling, right? You know, you got to make how you hit a strike. You got to make sure you line yourself up correctly and you line that ball up correctly, okay? To hit that strike. It's a lot of people ahead of you that's ready to get hit. There's a lot of people ahead of you that's watching what you got going on in front of you. They see your beginning while you over there still in the process. I'm just saying. Just saying. I really like, y'all need to listen to that TD Jakes. Not TD Jakes. Sarah Jakes thing and stuff. Or if it do pop up, listen to it, okay? It might be drawn to it. It might not pop up right away for you because it's not ready for you yet. I always suggest that, okay? So when people like give me suggestions and stuff, especially on my little spiritual realm and stuff, and they say, oh, you should listen to this, it'll come up. It'll come up because if it's for me, it'll come up. Look, then I just say your spiritual people. Yeah, your spiritual people are going to give you all these advice. Shoot, I'm going to give you advice. And like they say, you always take it up to source. Okay? Yeah. You always take it up to source. You always talk it through. You take it up to source. You take it up to source. Take it up to source. Okay? Put it in the box. Put your problems in the box. How about that? Don't put your mind in the box. Put your problems in the box. You can put your problems in the box, but don't put your mind in that box. Always keep your mind open because you never know what's going on. Because if you keep your mind in here, you don't see what's going on. You don't see I'm over here holding you, do you? If I put you here, okay, let's say this is your mind, and I put you, oh, hey, look, the channel card's in the box. You don't see that I'm holding you. Now, you feel all this, right? You like, oh, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm getting to visualize. So sorry. But yeah, that's how your mind is feeling. Let's keep that real. That's how your mind feeling. Every time you put yourself in the box, every time you put that mental right there in that box, and you just like, oh, I'm not doing that because this said so. Who said so? Did yourself say so? Or are you just going with other people? Are you going with the gossip? Or are you going to follow your own path? Okay? So when you take yourself out of here and you leave everybody else, look how many people in here. You leave everybody else out this goddamn box and you put yourself right here. Now, guess what? Hey. And you like, wow. This shit is cool. Right? When you put your mind outside the box, you can see somebody up here, something over there. You can see the light. You can see a lot more when you get that mind out the box. Get your mind out the box. Like I said before, just think about it. When people say, oh, Sage and all that, but guess what? You were clearing out the energy too when you were a child. Oh, you didn't know that. Oh, you thought that you were just clearing out the smell in your house. Okay, that smell in your house is the reason why it stink. It's stinking there because it's a negative energy. Put your defense up. Go open the windows because it's the best time to clear out your house. Open up the windows and let your house air out. That's what my mama used to tell me all the time. And she still do. She'll tell me, oh, this is a good time to air out the house. And she, like, when I tell you, my mom, like, she don't even know that she be talking about some spiritual stuff. But yeah, it's a good time to air out the house. You so right. It's a good time to open up that door, that back door, and let all them little lovely trees and stuff. I understand. Go get your nest. That's what they got the little mesh things for. Stop making excuses for the reason why you're still in the stuck mindset and you're trying to figure out why you see things flowing around you, or you sit at people's table and you realize, oh my goodness, I didn't know you had all this. Yes, because I'm in my own lane. Okay? Make it straight. It's a bowling pin. Could be going bowling. Okay? Or you like bowling. Somebody got their eyes on you. Okay? Someone got their eyes on you. And they don't want you to know this, but somebody got their eyes on you. Okay? You're very unique. Very strong. And I want you, and the reason why you're strong is because you are no longer this mind. You're not in this mindset. You left all these people with this mindset out. You close that box. Look, I'm no longer in this box anymore. I'm going to sit outside of my box. I'm going to take my mind and I'm going to take my problems in here, take my mind outside of it. And I'm clearing out the way. Ooh, look, the high priestess, very silent. Okay. Okay. Spot on. And you see, she's a white dress with black spots. Oh my goodness. Maybe someone like, oh my goodness, I got something. You know how someone's be careful with your white, but a white skirt with black spots. You know what I'm saying? You're spot on with the situation. They need you to clear out the way. They want you to clear out the way. Okay. Clear the energy at the end of the day. All right. Look, paint. The paint energy is which is the 5 of tools. It's more of like this energy. You're overcoming things. You're repairing things. You're looking around and you're starting to see that, hey, I'm tired of being in this box. Or I realize that I'm stuck in this box. Or they say the crab in the barrel. You know what I'm saying? All these people right here, they all think the same. And they all look the same. But I don't like how they look. So guess what? It's time for you to go like this. Like a door. Shut it like a door. Okay? Shut everybody that keep thinking, that's trying to keep you like this, keep you crammed up, and don't make you feel like you're worth anything beyond what you think of. When you was a child, you wasn't in a box. When you were a child, your mind wasn't like this. Adult life got us like here. The adult life got us like here. With all these people. Okay? You're no longer like that anymore. We're beyond what we're looking for now. We see that when we're here with the rest of the people, we see when we're here in this foundation with other people, we wasn't happy. We wasn't satisfied. You get what I'm saying? So we're now realizing that I want to paint my own picture. I want to make my own masterpiece. I want to be this person that walks around with a white skirt with black spots. You get what I'm saying? Because people say, be careful with your whites. Don't get nothing on your white. But guess what? I'm going to get something on my white. Because I think outside the box. I'm going to do a little tie-dye one day. Because I think's outside the box. I'm going to wear red. Okay? Because I think outside the box. Okay? Oh, I don't like when people blow me like that. Okay? But, ooh, it says the bar is open. Everything's open to you. It's up to you. Happy hour. It's up to you. When you realize, when you let all these other people that think and believe whatever they want to, let them do that. Let them do that. And you close it up and you put them right here and you set your mind right out here. And you start thinking, this is when you realize the bar is open to you. Everything is actually going to come exactly how you want it. It's going to flow exactly where you need it to. Why? Because we're no longer in this mindset. We're going to hit a strike. We're going to hit a strike. We're going to line ourselves up accordingly. And we're going to hit that strike with one hit. One hit. Okay? Let's see. Okay. I think I want two. 2 cards. Okay, I got one. All right. They got 2 that's sitting on the lap. Let's see. It's basically the 9 of Mills. That's the 9 of Pentacles, y'all. 9 of Mills. Okay? That's flourishing. Luxury. Okay? And then on top of that, it's going to be secure. Because, right, what happens when things go down? They say, go get you some cans. Go get you some cans. You get what I'm saying? Can of food, can of things. So this is going to be, it's a horse race. Okay? This is going to race right up to you. It's going to be a lucky win for you. Okay? Why? Because you are in this energy of I'm hitting a strike. I realize that when I take my mind outside of the box, when I realize that now is going to be that crab that's out of the barrel. You get what I'm saying? I realize that I'm making a home run. I'm realizing things are flowing the way I need it. Okay. I'm realizing that, ooh, I actually look kind of cute with this skirt on. And everybody's like, oh, I can't believe she wore it. And I did. I can't believe he wore it. And I did. And I look good wearing it. I feel good wearing it. Okay? Let's see. And then you got the 10 of tools. Someone could have some back problems or something in that line. Or someone, you got the king of drinks. So maybe someone's emotions they're gonna talk to you about it. They're gonna write to you. They're trying to hem something up. They're trying to fix something, repair a situation, okay? Okay. But basically, I'm feeling this energy of this person's gonna come in with their emotions, okay? Hold on. Yeah. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm sorry, that was ghetto, y'all. My bad. y'all seen my mama. All right. But somebody basically is they're ready to have a backbone with the situation, okay? And they're having a backbone with their emotions, the King of Cup energy, okay? Basically because which is the King of Drinks in this deck. And then you have the Knight of Tools, which is ambition. So having the mindset. So maybe this person is feeling this energy. Maybe they're now in this energy of, I'm ready to have my defense up. I'm ready to look forward to something totally different. Okay. Maybe it had to take this man or this woman to go into this stage of healing. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody that's not healed. I'm telling you, you don't want that. It's hard. It's hard. And you're gonna change. Even if you're healed and you're dealing with someone that's healed, trust and believe somebody is going to fail in the situation, and usually it's us, the ones that's healed. Okay? It's usually us that it's a failure on us. Why? Because then we start getting into the benefit of the doubt. We did end up having kids. Okay? We end up starting to develop a little bit more responsibilities than what we need to. Okay? But this is like a lucky win, okay? Maybe something's going to come in and it's going to be worth your while. Worth your while. Where you're going to realize that I'm glad that I'm healed to see this. Because if I was toxic and if I was angry, I'll be so clouded mentally. If I was sitting here stuck in this box like everybody else, I wouldn't be able to see this. I wouldn't be able to see this opportunity that I am actually in this abundant energy where I'm going to be stored for life. Okay. Now, of course, cans do have expiration, but their expiration is longer than that fresh produce that you buy. That's like ground beef. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in that energy. I just want y'all to feel that. I want you to feel that it's okay for you to have an altar. If you don't have an altar, create your altar. Like I said before, put that altar in the little box and have it where if you need to go to the park, it's the best season to do that. Release all that burden. All right. Do something new. All right. But it's more like releasing energy. I'm feeling that. Like it's time for us to release. It is time for us to release. Let go of the burdens. Okay? Love, the Empress, which is the egg, or hen lays eggs. Hen the pen. You remember that book? But and then you got the Temperance. I like it. You're balanced. You're balanced now. You not only is the Empress is very nourishing. The Empress is now laying eggs. The Empress is now able to be flourish with energy and seeing what is laying out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing what what is going on. Like I said, you have people that's right here that see what you got going on before you even make it. People knew that you could lay eggs before you could get in the tempers where you had to gas yourself up. You know, when they say hype me up, no, hype yourself up. You get what I'm saying? Hype yourself up. Look and hit a home run, because you're an all-star. And that's the star energy. You are a star. At the end of the day, you are a star. And people are going to try to now team up with you, or they're going to take a break off of you. They're going to take a break off of you. Like I said, what happened? You got people, you got in this group, they got group chats about you, or they group gossiping. They going to see that you up here, and they're going to get they going to take their name. Your name going to be out their mouth now. Why? Because you in this energy. They see that you striking. They see the bars open. They see everything is open. Things are flourishing. Like I said, you got people over here that sitting here talking about things that you already got. They're talking about things that you already have. You already wearing the outfit, and they over there trying to figure out how to wear it. They trying to figure out how to even do it, or they're not even paying attention because they're so toxic that they don't even see that the person that they're talking about is already at the level that they're praying and on their knees to 24/7 about. Okay? And you're in this star energy. You're going to be flourishing. You're going to get into this energy where you're going to be feeling like you make a home run every time. Every time your feet start moving. Every time you put your feet right there on that floor, star, home run. You made it. Every time you made it. Can you imagine that? Just, you know how like in movies, like I guess the movies where you're in those little bubbles and stuff, and when you wake up, like the people in the white. You know, like I said, okay. So what's that? I'm trying to think of a movie to give you an idea, but it's like when you're in isolation, okay? And they got you in this room, and when you wake up, you got the AI be, welcome, Deasia. You know what I'm saying? Or welcome, DDA tribe. You know what I'm saying? Or good morning. It's that type of energy, but can you imagine someone every time you step your foot, star, you a star. Maybe this is you. Tell yourself this. Be in that Air Force energy. That Air Force, like I said, Air Force moved in affirmations. I read the affirmation. I read it off. Just rewind it back. But it's just more like the affirmations. It's basically step into your zone. You got it. Auto zone. I'm sorry. Maybe you need your car. Okay. Or get some gas. But anyway, but it's like, imagine when you wake up and the AI tell you a star today. Baby, you an AI. Tell yourself that. The only reason why the AI's getting better is because think about all of our minds going into this one box. That's what AI is. Okay? That is what AI is. But now AI knows how to figure out everything and then make it broad. And make it bigger than what it is. It's like, wow. Like I said, once you get yourself outside the box, when you get yourself out of the mindset of what other people are thinking, and you realize that you're not like everybody else, and it's okay for you to step outside your box. And it's okay to step outside of this box. You know what I'm saying? And you're seeing everything. You're realizing that everything else looks so much better than we sitting in this dark ass box. And all we doing is just feeling everything, but we don't know what is going on, because until I do this, you don't know what the hell going on. I'm just gonna keep you like this, and I'm just gonna give you the whirlwind. But when you take yourself outside of that box, you're gonna be able to sit up on there and surf. You know what I'm saying? Be able to have that gravity, because you know what's going on. You looking around. How can I, like, oh, I'm thinking about like gaming, video games. You know, when you're on that thing and you got to think, where's the next top? Where can I jump to? Where can I hop to? Where's my next foundation that I can be on landing? Okay? Because right now we're like this. But guess what? The best thing is we're here now. We're up here. We're not in here. We're up here going through it. So now we see what's going on. We see what's going on. We got a little bit more clarity of what's the feeling is, okay? We know we're able to identify things that are good and things that are bad in our energy now. And we are identifying what's making us happy and what's not making us happy, okay? It's that. And I want you to get into that energy, okay? And you're hitting a home run with this situation because you're out here now. You're not in this box. You're not here. You're out here and you're making it. You're making a move. Okay, so just imagine when you're stepping out and they're telling you you are a star. You made it. Okay, home run. Let's see. The Tower. Sudden changes might be as much as this delicious sandwich. Okay, because sometimes we feel like the Tower is like, oh, no, Tower could be something that's boom out of nowhere, but it's a good boom. As good as this lovely sandwich, like I said. And it's right here under the lucky shoe, along with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, what the High Priestess got on? Polka dots with a white dress. Oh my. She made a mess on her dress. She is no longer so plain Jane no more. She is showing her stripes. She was showing her spots. She is actually showing that she's not like us anymore. Okay? And that's the Tower effect. And that's the lucky shoe. That's you. You realize when you start stepping outside and you start doing your own thing, you realize, you know what? I'm a little lucky person here. Ooh, look, spy. I feel good. Okay? And then the Page of Meals. Yeah, okay. That's the Page of Pentacles. Pretty much. Okay? So it's like this is coming into this energy of like, I can actually take care of myself now. I love myself now. And it's the Empress. And then this is going with the energy of the Five of Tools. So it's more like I am now flourishing with me. And I know how to love me. Like when I say before, when you get out of the toxic level and you start thinking clear, things are, all that stuff is going to clear out and you can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Okay. Bright shining day. So it's like that energy. You know, you're right now, you're in this, you could be on this emotional path. Like I said, maybe it's time for you to create, you trying to figure out if you're in this emotional balance right now, create your altar. It is time for you to create an altar. Stop giving me, this is not, that's not, this ain't this ain't that. This is wicked. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Okay. It's okay for you to have an altar. No different than the church has an altar for you to go to and lay your burdens with a whole bunch of people that's over there trying to listen to what your burdens is. So they can go and be gossip girls or gossip niggas. Okay. And just want to talk about your problems. No. All right. So you got, what's this one? Oh, the Hierophant. Okay. They realizing that you are a drug. They're realizing that, you know what? Or you're in this energy now. You're realizing that now that I have this, now that I have somewhere I can lay my burdens and I feel comfortable laying my burdens, I'm able to cry my feelings out. I can talk about it. I can yell. I can do whatever I need. Like I said, this is what an altar is for. The altar is not just there for you to just sit around. The altar is not there sitting in that church either. It's not supposed to be sitting in that church, just sitting there. But you know what? We're gonna pull out that parking spot because we ain't gonna go there. But yeah, but I'm just saying, it says the Temperance and the Hierophant. You're connected. You realize that the moment that I created me an altar and I realized I made a journal and I can put my teardrops on that journal while I'm writing, I can put everything in this journal. I can go to my altar. If you don't have an altar in a box, like I explained before, you know, you have an altar literally physically. You have somewhere that you can go to and you're realizing that I'm getting connected more to my God than I am when I'm surrounded with people that are gossiping about other people that's not helping them. Okay? So that's the Tower effect. That is the lovely, the Tower effect is you going into this energy and people going to they're going to get their name off your mouth. They're going to get your name out of their mouth. They gonna get, what's that say? Get my name off of you or something like that. You're gonna get into that. Let's see. Yeah, I was saying I just need one more. Yes, okay. Pays your drinks. Pays the drinks. I know it's a little bit, it's still young. It's still emotionally young to the situation, okay? But look, October time. So maybe we started going into this energy where we started realizing that we want to be this person that's walking around with the spots. We want to be this person that's walking around with the stripes. We're now accepting that it's okay for me to be a little weird. It's okay for me to not be okay with everybody. It's okay for me not to have a whole bunch of friends. It's okay for me not wanting to gossip with a whole bunch of people anymore. It's okay for me not to accept little boys in my life anymore. And I'm not saying it like that, Curve. I'm talking about men that are moving in little boy energy, that got stuck in little boy energy, and they're still there, and they're hoping that you could be their mommy and drag them out. No different than, you no longer want to be stuck with a little girl. Okay, this little girl that's still in a trauma stage, that she still have behavior problems. Okay, she has a mouth on her that's reckless without thinking, but her defense is always up. I mean, and we know the difference. We ladies, let's not talk like we can have moments that we can be fiery, okay? But I'm talking about the women that, like, you can't even talk to them. You can't talk to them. They see that you're organic. They actually see that you're a little bit more vintage, okay? And they're measuring out the odds, and they're gonna take a risk with you. They're gonna take a risk with you, okay? So it's that energy where they just see flourishing. They see it growing, they see it flowing, and they see it because you are healing. You are healed. In a way, you're healed. First of all, we're always healing, okay? But are you healed in this category? Yes, you are healed now, where you are no longer allowing people to cover you up like paint, okay? You're not allowing them to make speak on your name like they know you. You're putting a cease on that. Okay, you're putting a pause on that. You're opening up to a whole new platform with this situation. Okay, you're going to handle yourself accordingly because you're no longer in this box. You're outside of the box, and we're looking outside the box, and we love it. We love it up here. We see it. We see the flowers. We see the trees a little differently. We see the birds. Colors, true colors. Okay, we see the trees falling, the leaves falling, and we realize that's our time for us to lay down too. Lay down our burdens. When we see that the flowers are blooming and the flowers are growing and flourishing, the trees are going back into this full limb, we realize that's our time to start blossoming. That's our time to go hit our goal, hit that strike. You get what I'm saying? When you get outside that box, you start looking at things differently. And that is what's scary for some people. And some, and shoot, they don't know, but shoot, you scared too. But you're going to still go because it's a process. It's a growing process. Don't hold back. Don't get stuck right there, because if you get stuck there, you're going to be that little boy or that little girl energy, or that teenager, or that young adult, and you're just stuck there and you're not going to move forward. Because you got some people that will sit there and try to go and beyond, and they got stuck and they ran back. They ran back. They didn't run forward. They ran back. And now, because when you got stuck, you didn't run back because you was like, oh, hell, I ain't going back there. I don't know. I might just take a little stroll, but I'm going to keep coming this way. You know what I'm saying? But you got some people that are mad because they ran back, and now they don't even know how to go up here with you. And now they trying to, God damn. You still up there with them? Yeah, I'm still up here because I ain't never go back. And you never go back. Never. No matter how many times people talk about you, no matter how many times that people got their name on you, don't you ever go back. Don't ever go down to their level. And that's what they want. They want you to go down to their level. Don't you do that shit. Don't you let them see that. Don't let them see that. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve none of your energy. It's a price to pay. It is, literally. It's a price to pay. When you go scoop down to that level, it's a price to pay. And you got to handle that. You delay your shit. You slow down your process. Things start slowing down on your end and you can't even get where you need to go no more. And you're like, dang, I was just here. Why? Because you decide you want to go back there and go sit there and defend yourself when you don't need to defend yourself. Keep going. Fuck them. You don't got to defend yourself. They behind you for a reason. Always remember that. When people are behind you and they kick, talking, let them talk. Because they behind your ass. Let them be behind you. As long as they're not in front of you, as long as they're not stopping your growth, and they're not stopping the flow, they're not up here in the front. And you might, hey, here we go. You might have them motherfuckers right now. They'll be back there. They've been over there gossiping. And now they're trying to come up front. You gonna strike their ass. Humble their ass. Because they need it. They've been talking about you. It could be a group of them. Okay? A group of them. And now they've been talking about you. You've been ignoring their ass. Because they've been behind you. Now, they want to come up in the front. Oh, you're going to treat them like a bowling ball. What Cardi B say? I'm thinking about Cardi B. Damn, girl. I keep thinking about okay. But, what she say? Bow. Bow, bow. I got 3. She got 3. Now she can bowl with it. Keep talking. Keep talking. All right? Keep talking. Keep your name out of people's mouth. Worry about yourself. Stop worrying about other people. Stop talking about other people. Because that's how you get a bowling ball in your fucking head. Bow. Bow, bow. Now she can bowl with it. Now, let me tell you, take it out of there. Maybe you ain't like that, okay? You might get a little rowdy. You might have a little scup. You get what I'm saying? But you might not be there where. You might not be there. All right? But let me tell you, you might be sitting here telling them straight up, get your name out of my mouth. I mean, get your name out of my... Maybe somebody's going to tell you this. So maybe you talking about somebody, okay? Okay. But you're going to tell somebody... Get my name out of your mouth. Okay? This person is building up the courage to come to the front of you and be in your future. They're trying to step into your future when you left their ass in the past. How you going to play with it? I'm going to leave that to you. How you gonna play with it? Because I gotta wrap this up. We gotta go. Grandma is probably losing her patience right now. But we're gonna wrap this up. But no, seriously, how you gonna play that? How you gonna play that when that was supposed to be that past, and that past trying to come up in the front? What you gonna do? Are you gonna strike? Are you gonna hit that shit and let that shit fall? Or you gonna pick it up? You gonna pick it up? No, you're not. You're not. Because guess what? We already in this abundant energy. We're already in this Empress energy. Okay? We're in this Empress energy. We're in this Emperor energy. We're in this healing energy, this nourishing energy. We're all about self. We're caring for ourselves. Look how happy she is. She is smiling with fucking stuff on her face. But no, she got a mask on. No, for real. But yeah, she is smiling with the image of, you know what? It feels good to mask my energy. Okay? Because what she's in self-care energy. And what she's doing, masking her energy. It's okay for me to mask my energy. And don't let people come in. Don't let people touch me. Don't let people, they can talk. Because my ear's not broke. Thank God I can still hear. Because if they keep talking, their tongue gonna stop. Okay? Their mouth, their words gonna start not gonna be able to say anything. Their ears not gonna be able to hear. Their eyes not gonna be able to see. You're gonna have eye problems. You're gonna have ear problems. You're gonna have problems talking. You're going to have issues where you're going to have to go to speech therapy at the age of 35 type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that type of energy. But because you're in this nourishing energy where you're this empress, you're in this energy of like everything is flowing. I gas myself up. I don't need anyone else. I'm a 24/7, 24 hour of gassing my energy up. Okay? 24/7. It says open 24/7. And this is gas. Okay? You are this energy. Or this is more of the temperance. This is basically your spirits are saying, your God is telling you, come talk to me. You don't got to worry about everybody else. Don't worry about the gossip. Don't worry about the gossip. You want to talk about that gossip? Let's talk about it with someone. Let's talk about it over here in our altar room. Let's talk about wherever you can lay your burdens at, wherever you can cry and release your problems. Okay? Let's talk about it there. Okay, you could want to talk to your mother. Maybe your mother is a good person to talk to. Maybe your grandparent is a good person to talk to. Maybe you don't have that anymore. You don't have those anymore. You don't have those 3 legacies around you anymore, and it's hurting. It's a burden. It's hurting. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time to create it in a box. Put your feelings in this box, right? Get a journal. Get your, maybe put your pictures of your grandparents, because that's how I started off too. I had before I created my whole entire altar, I had all my loved ones that was with my journey, that I feel as though they were with my journey, because it would be so funny that I was going through my own storyline by myself, and then I'm hearing things about what my family line went through, and it's like, dang, that sounds similar to me. And guess what? That was basically saying, hey, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. You're not. Now, you might be the only one that's going to be able to make it out of it, but you wasn't the only one. Because you're not going to be that one that's going to run back. You're going to be that one that's going to keep running forward. Even if you see that all these people are up there in front of you. But guess what? You won't know if you're going to hit the strike until you keep going. Okay? Because if you roll the bowling ball back, you're going to hit the people behind you. Okay? But if you roll that ball forward, you might just hit that strike. You might just knock that out the pen. Okay? You just might get into that element. And I'm saying might because we're in this moment right now where we are holding that bowling ball, and we're just in this situation right now where we're like, it's a lot. But I don't want to go back there. Back there I didn't like back there. And that's the reason why I decided to move up here. That's the reason why I decided to get out of the box. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go back in the box. I don't want to put my mind in the box. Like I told you, don't put your mind in the box. You can put your problems in the box. You can write everything, put your problems in the box. Remember back in the day before we had phones, we were writing letters to each other, right? And especially when we write letters in class, what we do, especially if we really liked that crush, we kept it. And what we do, kept it in the shoebox. Okay, so it's okay for us to put our problems in a box, but don't put our mind in a box. Our mind is not meant to be in a box, and that's the reason why things are starting to get crowded for us. That's the reason why we are going through these mental capacities, because we're no longer. And how I know this is because I've been there before. Okay, where it was so much anxiety, heavy, and the only time I get anxiety is when myself want to put me in a box and think that I can be a part of everybody else, and I'm not, I won't, and I can't. And that's when your body, like when they say you keep working, people say, sit down somewhere, and you just working, sit down somewhere, and you keep working. And then all of a sudden you get sick. Now what you gotta do, sit down somewhere. It's like that. No matter what, your body's going to tell you. No matter what. So it's either you're going to go with your mind before your physical body tell you that it's not that, or you got to keep going. I understand that it's a little difficult. No one told you it was going to be easy. People just didn't tell you the process of how they got there. They didn't tell you the home runs that the practice that they had to make. You know what I'm saying? To make that home run. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell you that they had to go run a lap all the time so that they can have a good pace to keep going. People don't talk about their process, but sometimes it's not for you to know, but it's all up to you. Now, it's okay to hear a little bit of gossip so you'll know what not to do, what route to take, what not to make. You get what I'm saying? That's a good thing too. But don't let those gossip hinder your decision on making a move. It's okay. This person said that, oh, it didn't work out for them. I'm so sorry it didn't work out for you. I'm sorry. But what did you do? Did you run back there? You did. You ran right back. You didn't keep going forward. You didn't even stop right here. You ran back there. You ran back to your past, right to comfortability. You ran back to things because when I tell you, when you reach goals, it's going to get very uncomfortable. It gets very uncomfortable. Do you think that these celebrities feel comfortable where everybody's flashing lights on them? Do you think celebrities are comfortable where every time they come out, it's like a boogeyman, boo? Taking a picture? No, they don't feel comfortable. They had a regular life too. And that's, oh yes, I was thinking of that something randomly. It's just more like, can we stop putting the celebrities in a box too? Why they can't think outside the box too? They already been thinking outside the box already. That's how they're not with us. They're no longer, crowded. They're up here. They're up here now. Okay. But now sometimes when we're up here, people feel like we can't be normal. We can't think like other people. We can't do other things, or we can't move in like other ways. Okay. But yes. And then, in an hour, longer than an hour. I'm trying to work on my timing because this girl can. But anyway, I do hope that this reached you. I want y'all to realize that it's okay for you to be this person that is with spots. It's okay for you to be this person that has stripes. You are not made to be in this box. And that's why. And let me tell you, and even though you keep putting your mind in a box, your physical body is ready to get out the box. And if your physical body is in a box, your mind is telling you to get out the box. It's one or the other. It's one of them. And they're fighting. They're fighting right now. Okay? They're fighting. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Especially when you're trying to get out of a box. When it's so many that's in that box with you, that's wanting you to stay there with them. They feel they don't want to be lonely. But guess what? Even when you get outside that box, you're going to be lonely too. At least lonely in the physical level. You know what I'm saying? But eventually when you keep going, you're going to start meeting people. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start intertwining with other people. You might have some people that was from the past that actually was gone before you. And you didn't even pay attention to it. You didn't know. You didn't even know that they went that way a long time ago before you even got there. And then you're going to start realizing this. Okay. And it's going to feel really good because you're realizing that you're not alone. Okay. In the journey. Because you're not. It's some people right now to this day crying right now because they're trying to figure out how can they process what is going on with them right now, because they're probably still in the box and they don't see nothing. They're in the dark. They just feel it. They just feel all the trauma. They feel all the emotions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now you hear movement. Now you're hearing the thunderstorm. Now they're hearing stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got the house broken into. You know what I'm saying? Now their car broken into. Their car got stolen. It's just like stuff like that. And like, oh my goodness, why? When all they had to do was just open sesame and just step out of it. Because sometimes, I'm just going to keep it real. None of us is made to be here. We're all not supposed to be here. Nobody on this world is supposed to be in a box. Our mind is not made there. It's not. Now, has it been programmed for us to get here? Yes, it has. But it's not supposed to be here. It's not. And that's the reason why, especially when you're stepping outside the box and you start talking to people that's still here and you're trying to help them. So you're trying to pull, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to pull one out. Ooh, it says dance the stress away. Okay. You try to pull one out and you try to give them advice. You know what I'm saying? And then there's like, no, I don't want to dance. I don't want to dance. Dance ain't gonna make me stress. And guess what? Now they put themselves right back there. And then here it go. What you gonna do? Are you gonna think the same thing? You gonna hop your way back in this box with them and think dancing is not gonna help your stress when dancing actually helps the root and the sacral? Cause it's the rolling of the hips. Okay? But I keep saying I'm gonna be done and I don't be done. But yes. My name is Deasia, and you are on Dreams, Desires, Ascensions. Ring that doorbell, ding dong, that's the like button. So I know that you're in here, okay? And that's the best way to support me and my channel, okay? And then also, I do want you to join my tribe by subscribing to the tribe, okay? Until next time, I'm probably gonna come tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. I'll probably be here tomorrow. I know for sure tomorrow. But if not tonight, after work. But I love you. Be strong. Don't let them break you. No matter how much they talk about you, let them talk. Don't you let them break you, though. Don't let them break you. Until next time.